Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala barakatuh. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya al-mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Alhamdulillah, we are moving forward with our framework so that we can develop a strong ummah, so that we all can become achievers in the 21st century, to bring this ummah from our woes of our fallen civilization to a new civilization that will bring us closer to Allah and bring us peace, happiness and success in this world in the future. So what is important as boys on this framework, I have been talking about on being productive, and I have spoken a few points in which of my experience being a productivity expert, being trained in Japan, and how I compare the Japanese people with Muslims, not to deprecate us but to learn something that we can learn from other cultures, other value system, which is consonant with the values of Islam, of being productive, being strong, being good, being an achiever. So today I'm going to talk about this problem of the millennials. Not only this millennial problem, those born 1984 and above, they are called millennials. So right, these millennials, they have a specific problem now. And this is a problem that is global and is affecting this disease of the problem of the millennials in the West or in the advanced countries is already spreading to developing countries like Malaysia, Indonesia, even Iran, so-called traditional countries, even in the Middle East. All right. So what is happening is a global phenomena, and if we are not cognizant of this problem, we will face exactly the same problem that these millennials are facing in the West, and they have no solution. All right. They talk about motivation, they talk about so many things about how to transform them, how to make them achievers and so on, but it is a global phenomena of a few areas in life which is destructive. So what is important is for we Muslims, we must be able to nurture productive Muslim millennials to become achievers. So what is this phenomena of the 21st century challenge for millennials? Now we have the whole generation of aimlessness. They have no purpose, no meaning in life, because everything was given to them, and even when they fail, they are told that they are superb. They are, so the over praise and the wrong parenting method of bringing up this generation of entitlement. They are entitled to everything and anything. So basically they are not strong psychologically. That's why they have a very high rate of suicide, very high rate of depression, very high rate of anxiety, which is self-inflicted, but not through their own fault, but through bad parenting, because this generation was brought up by parents who had given them everything. Even if they do wrong, the parents say it's okay. Even if they don't achieve anything, they still get a medal. Even if they fail, they still being praised for being the best. So this is the nonsensical approach that we see is happening. And even you go for example, sports, even those who does not even win for participating, they're giving a medal. For doing your sums, even though it's completely wrong, you're giving a star. These are the kind of problems that groom these people to become people who are dependent on this whole idea of having a fix of dopamine in their life. So everything, when you're saying something good, oh, they feel good. But the problem is then they become aimlessness in life. And this aimlessness in life result in a lot of problem. Because if you feel you're entitled to anything and everything without working hard, without striving, how can you do it? How can you become a mathematician without having the grounding of 16 or 18 years of solid maths? How can you be a physicist? How can you be an entrepreneur without working hard? If you're entitled, everything you're entitled to, you can't. So basically, this is a phenomena that the West could not solve. And this is a phenomena that we Muslims are now being affected by this disease, this entitlement disease of these millennials who think that they are entitled to anything and everything according to their whims and fancies. As a result, they have this addiction syndrome. All right, this generation is addicted to many things, and this addiction is basically because each time they are being praised, or each time they mix up with friends. For example, as a young man or a young woman, they mix around, and then they begin to fool around, and when they fool around aimlessly, they may get in contact with alcohol or drug or heroin or cocaine, and they start taking it because they say, oh, I'm depressed, no, I'm anxiety for the future, and all kind of sad sob stories, which actually is not real, but it is created in their mindset. This is the negative mindset that we as Muslims, and especially for this my mission and the mission of Professor Mahdi Jenkins, Allah Yarham, is to change the mindset so that they have a positive mindset that we are here with a meaning and purpose. To counteract aimlessness, we must have meaning and purpose in life. To be the Caliph of Allah, what are the three things we need to do? Strive to make ourselves good, work hard to make ourselves good, help others to be good, work hard to make others good, and strive to make this world good and pleasing to Allah and all the goodly creatures that live on this planet Earth, which is a wonderful thing. There's a full of meaning, purpose, and depth in your life. If we can infuse that, it will be a wonderful thing. So we have a solution, but we have to sell this solution to our millennials first, because they are being exactly affected by this entitlement and aimlessness. They are also being affected by this addiction, because each time they get a praise or they drink alcohol, they get this dopamine rush. This dopamine rush will then give them, wow, they feel good. And then whenever they have anxiety or depression, they start taking alcohol. The same thing with drugs. Maybe they just play around with drugs. All this ice, ecstasy, cocaine, heroin, it's just to play around, just fooling around as a young man or a young woman. And when they have a challenge in life, a small challenge in life, maybe, they break up relationship between boy or girl, or maybe the parents just divorce, or maybe they fail an exam, or maybe so many maybes. Then they turn to something that can give them instant gratification, because they want instant gratification, entitlement to gratification. Everything is just instant. For example, Facebook. Every day they'll play the Facebook. Why? Because they find this dopamine rush. They'll send to their friends, and their friends send them back, oh, you're fantastic, you're cute, you're everything. Whatever nonsense that is going on. So they become, what? Addicted to handphone. Facebook or Snapchat or Instagram, you name it, everything. It is just selfie, and all kind of things that are of no purpose and no meaning except self-aggrandizement at the lowest level. So we have to really change that, because all these tools are in front of them. Everything in the open world, in the World Wide Web, in the society. Alcohol is available, drug is available, handphones definitely is available, Facebook is available. Everything that you need to create a generation of aimless young men and women is there for us. So how are we going to overcome this? We infuse our people with, they aim to become achievers in life. Because if the West cannot solve their problem, they have to find a way to solve their problem. We Muslims, before we get completely afflicted by this disease of the millennial generation, before we self-destroy ourselves, we start infusing this idea of positive mindset. And inshallah, in our work, Positive Islamic Psychology, we are doing this da'wah and this jihad to try to bring about nurturing a productive millennials to be achievers in life, so that we have first purpose and meaning in life. We're willing to become hardworking human beings. We're willing to have wonderful relationship with everybody, ourselves, our family, our society, all creatures on this, all human beings, all creatures on this earth, nurturing the best of our capacity as endowed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, being His Khalifa, His viceroy and honor. Remember, don't forget that. That make us the chosen people. We are a chosen tribe. We are a chosen people, because all humanity are chosen by Allah to be His Khalifa, to realize the grandeur of Allah, to have meaning and purpose in life, to know that we are not entitled to anything except through our reliance on Allah and hard work to be productive in life, and so many of the things that we can do, inshallah. And by doing so, we will avoid the problem that is facing the West today, and we will bring up a generation of strong millennials who can be productive, who can be achievers, who can be exemplaries to all humanity, and inshallah, Allah will bless this effort and join us to become our life coach through Positive Islamic Psychology program. Always remember our aim in life, always striving to be the best, to fulfill the best, receive the best from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as His Khalifa on this earth, knowing that we have a purpose and meaning in life, knowing that we have to be good, help others to be good, and make this world good, inshallah.